Alright, so we are going to continue to review the lattice setup. So at this point, what we're trying to do is to set up the lattice so that it will be prepared to move in another direction. So I'm going to go and select each one of these lattice points. I'm still in the component mode, and I have my control points. So I select all four of these going around the middle, and I'll move to my scale tool, and I'll grab the scale tool in the middle and move it out. Bring this out so that it will bows the middle out some. Then I'm going to go and make sure I select all of the points. Well, first I'm going to select the 4 points here on the top of the box, and I'm going to pull that down a little bit. And so I'm wanting it about somewhere right there. That's good. And so once I've gotten my motion as I'd like to, I'm going to select all of the lattice points. I'm marking around them, and then go to animate, and I'll set a key at this point. Okay, so what I basically am doing is moving the box to different locations, selecting the points, and then setting the key. So now I want to move it on down to another part here, and I will select the middle points, cross around this place, and I am going to pull those points in by grabbing the center of the scale and bring that back to a normal setup, and then I will select all the lattice points again, and I'll do a set key at this point. The next thing that I'll do is to move it down to 100, and I'm going to select some more points. Well, at this point I should have this pretty much where I want to have it, and I'm going to select these points around here again and get them ready to pull back out. And so I'm going to pull this out again, and at this point I'm going to select all these points, and I will go back to my point 100 and do a set key. And now let's see how this works. If I run the animation, you'll see that the points go down and up as the box and the Jack in the Box head comes out of the box. Alright, the next thing we're going to do is create a line attached so that we can attach the crank, so that as the box moves in and out, the crank appears to stay on the surface of the box. So what I'm going to do is create some isoparms on the surface so that I can do that kind of a setup. So what I'm going to do here is to create some isoparms that I can use to attach a curve to. So I right click on the surface, go to isoparm, I'm going to take this to the animation mode, to surfaces mode. Now I go to edit NURBS, and I'll go down to insert isoparm. I'll do the same thing, right click, pull up an isoparm, take it about at the midpoint where the crank will operate, and I will go to surfaces, to edit NURBS, and down to insert isoparm. I'm going to put one more in here, right click, pull isoparms, left click, pull it up, edit NURBS, and then insert isoparms. Now I'll bring some across vertically, doing the same thing, using a right mouse, isoparm, insert isoparm, and I'm going to do two more of these, one on both sides, as you can see, and I'll click insert isoparms, and one more over on the other edge, and isoparm, I'll pull it across, bring it about halfway there, and then I will insert isoparms. Now what I'm going to do at this point is to create a curve on the surface. So I have to make the surface ready to take. I'm going to go to the wireframe, then I'll go to modify, make live. So I'm going to make the surface live. What that means is when I put a curve on it, it's going to be actually a curve that will be attached to the surface. So I'm going to use the EP curve tool. I'm going to select right at the intersection in the middle where the isoparms that I set up right by the intersection of the crank start, and I'm going to do a snap to grid so I can make sure that it snaps to that grid point. I'll select one here, and then I'm going to go down to one that's kind of diagonal to it right there, snap to that, and then I'll hit enter, and that's create a curve that is going to actually be on that surface. I'm going to use that surface to attach. I'm going to take the make live off, and the next thing we'll do in the next one is